Howdy folks, today I welcome you to another in-depth preview of a new SuperTest tank, the Progetto CC55 Mod 54 being the Tier VIII Italian Tech Tree Heavy tank. And now this tank, I have to say, looking over the stats already a little bit and having already done a little analysis, I'm not sold. Especially because we are going to compare it afterwards with the Tier 8 Premium proposal, the Progetto 71. But before we are doing that, quick little announcement. The Rinoceronte was nerfed once again. 2150 hit points to 2000. And soft stats from 022 to 024 for whole movement. Here I want to point out that please don't forget, boys and girls. This is still SuperTest. And it does feel like Wargaming wants to keep up with their promise, where they said they do not want to introduce a tank tree or tank line which completely breaks the balance. So, to me personally, this looks a little bit like Wargaming is trying to find the extremas. What is too strong, what is too weak? And after that, they want to go into the middle and find the perfect middle ground of how to balance this vehicle. So again, I will still look with proper excitement into those tanks and how they are getting balanced. However, right now, it is not the Rinoceronte's turn, it is the turn of the Progetto 54, and we are going to compare it to the Progetto 71, the IS-3A, which is also an auto reloader, and the T77. Now, let's quickly look at the Progetto 54, and you can see it has a 320 alpha gun with 220mm of penetration, 242 with premium rounds, which are AP and APCR respectively, and HESH with 105mm of pen, aka it means the gun is a 105mm gun. Yeah, the auto reloading time are 17, 15 and 12 for the first, second and third round. You have 3.5 seconds interclip reload and 3 rounds in your magazine, meaning that your max base DPM is 1600, your burst is in 7 seconds 960, and the total reload time is 44 seconds. Now, if you start to compare this to the Progetto 71, we already have to say, goodness gracious, that is atrocious. The Progetto 71 has a max base DPM of 1800. The IS-3A even 1950. Those are very, very strong values, you know, compared to the measly 1600 right here. That's almost as bad as the T77's DPM. However, he has a very potent clip. So yeah, right now I'm just sitting here like, what? Did something occur? Because that is very, very bad. That's very bad. And when we went through the stats of the Progetto 54, you will see that there is not really any redeeming feature which would justify such poor stats on the gun. So yeah, compared, like, we literally have the same reload time as the potential premium with 40 alpha per round less. And a second longer burst time. That's not that great. That's genuinely not that great. However, it looks like the Progetto 54 definitely can shine a little bit in this Gunsoft stats behavior. It has 0.38 accuracy, which is totally fine. It has 2.5 seconds aim time, which is fairly quick. And it has, from all those three tanks right here, the best whole accuracy with 0.22 and best turret accuracy with 0.14 compared to the T77, which is also 0.414, which is alright. You can work with that. And yeah, so you can basically say that the accuracy values are equal to being slightly better than what the T77 has to offer, which is okay. The T77 does kind of have a problem with aim time, and it has 2.78 times, so I guess I totally take the 0.2 second quicker aim time right there. Accuracy wise, like the Progetto 71 and the IS-3A, they cannot get close to that. 0.42 and 0.46. And 2.7 and 3 seconds aim time, you know, that's tough. That's quite tough. And you can also see that the soft stats are also quite far behind. But then again, it's not like a huge, it is a difference, definitely, but it's not like a huge difference like IS-3A versus Object 730 version 2, you know. Object 730 version 2 had insane soft stats, so I'm still not sold, you know. I'm still not sold on the Progetto 54. The gun gun impression 9 degrees, that is totally fine. 9 degrees, you can work with that. 10 degrees should be better, but bah, I can work with that without any issue. Turret traverse is 30 degrees per second, and compared to the Progetto 71 IS-3A, you can see that it is faster, but the T77 is ahead. Hull traverse, he is also ahead of the two auto reloaders, but is quite slightly slower than a T77. But where he isn't slower, and that is, it's pretty darn good power to weight ratio. Best of the four right here. 17.7. That's a very good value, something you can definitely work with. Sure, the top speed with 45 kph, yeah, it's not that good. It's not as good as the 71's 50 kph, but then again, you will be able to use or keep at this 45 kph speed, you know, top speed. While the IS-3A, it has problems reaching the 40, and the T77, it can reach the 48 comfortably. So the Progetto 54, the Tech Tree Progetto, will be maybe a little bit slower than the T77. The only big problem will be the 12 kph reverse speed, so I'm not sold with those right there. I don't know. Still, it's a pity that it is so slow in reverse and is still slower than a premium tank. However, the 5.3 HP per ton ratio more will definitely make a difference, especially when you want to contest hilly terrain, like maybe the hill on Himmelsdorf or Chinese border, or something like that. For the survivability, here it gets a little bit interesting. It has a crew of 4, which is standard for the whole tree as far as I know. It has pretty decent hit points, 1450, which is slightly more than what the premium Progetto has. Armor-wise, just 100 on the front and 180 on the turret. 370 meters of view range. Not good, not good. Like, 370 is already quite on the threshold of starting to hurt, you know. I would have loved to see like 380 or even 390, but we don't have that. We can do some approximations of the armor, and this is not the same turret we have seen in the unfinished model of the Progetto preview video. It does have a cupola, which is good, but then again, how thick are those things going to be? The problem is, because it is rounded, it means that basically everywhere you are shooting, you have a tangenta to hit, which allows you to have very little effective armor. So if the turret cheeks are really just 180 millimeters of thick, that is not that great. That's generally not that great. That would even mean that some Tier VII heavy tanks can penetrate your turret front without any premium rounds at around 50% rate. That just hurts. That's generally just hurts, especially if you once again keep in mind that the premium has around 260 to maybe even 300, depending on the angle, millimeters of effective armor. That is tough. That is tough as nails. The upper front plate will be hard to say how thick it will be. I guess the thickest part will be this junction lip right here. But the rest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the rest, and we'll have to see how it goes, really. The upper front plate might be homogeneous 100 millimeters. That would be great, because in a hold down scenario that will make this upper plate very bouncy. You can see that it's quite rounded and quite steep angled. But I'm simply not sold. I'm generally not sold, and this is why I want to go to the conclusion to say you what I think about this tank. And the fact that it has better gun accuracy than the premium, but having 200 DPM less than a premium, that is devastating. I like that it has 320 alpha. That is unique-ish, you know. It's okay, it doesn't have to be the same as the premium. But maybe 1 second faster reload time? You have already a second longer clip time, so why not give it 1 second faster reload time? I don't really see this would break the tank, you know. We could say instead of, let's say instead of 12 seconds, as 11 seconds reload time, so 60 divided by 11 times 320 would give it 1745 DPM, which is still not better than the premium proposal, but it's almost at the same rate, you know. Sure, mobility is great, but then again, the armor doesn't really look that great. But then again, we do have to just assume the armor values right now. We don't really know how it's going to be. Yeah, I still hope that this tank is getting a little bit reworked. Again, it is super test. You can see characteristics are not final, so things can still change. But so far, I'm not sold. Mobility, yay. Everything else, nay. So now don't forget to give me some feedback about what you think about the tank. What do you think about the preview or the in-depth preview? Because again, we looked at every single stats we had. Don't forget to subscribe to be always up to date for everything World of Tanks related and to reach 9,000 subs, man. That would be amazing. And also, why are you making me laugh in the comment section? Why are you saying constantly, yeah, comments are good for the algorithm? Like, everybody's now doing that, and I'm constantly giggling when I read it. Thank you so much for being an awesome community. Stick around, see you around, and good luck on the battlefield. Cheers, boys.